In today's video, baby, we're gonna talk about, should you buy the Galaxy Note 10 Plus or should you wait for the Galaxy S20 Ultra? Let's get into it. Oh my goodness. I forgot to tell you guys, your boy's gonna be in the building at Samsung Unpacked. I'm flying out to San Francisco, baby. I will be there. I will be reporting live and direct to you guys on what we learned. Get that hands-on for you. So smash the subscribe button so you don't miss that experience. My name is CJ, this is CJ Knows Tech, where I know tech so you don't have to. This is the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. But what's about to drop? The Galaxy S20 and S20 Plus and S20 Ultra. So the question comes up, do I get a Galaxy Note 10 Plus, save a few bucks, still a powerful feature-packed smartphone with a lot of the features that are gonna be on the S20, not the S20 Ultra, some of the things, but hardware-wise and so forth, outside of the new chip, and we'll get into all those details now. I wanna just throw up that question. I got a lot of Galaxy Note lovers in my community. I'm a huge Galaxy Note fan, but I also always give the Galaxy S devices a try as well. It's almost like my Note counterpart, but without the S Pen. So let's talk about the specs that are being rumored right now for the S20 and how do they compare to the Note 10 Plus. Now this is the Aura Gold. You know, I got my red Samsung leather case, which is really good case. If you guys haven't tried, I love it. It's really thin, really light. It's that genuine leather, and then it protects the Aura Glow. Just had to throw that out there. So let's talk about screen size. Now we get a 6.8-inch AMOLED on this bad boy. Now if you go with the S20 Ultra, you're getting a 6.9-inch. But if you go with the S20 Plus, 6.7-inch, and then S20 6.2-inch. So if sizing is a factor or something that bothers you, and you want something smaller, then the S20 is what you have to look towards. But you can save money, get the Note 10 Plus, have a bigger device, more feature-packed, jam-packed, and the S Pen, and go for it that way. So it's kind of up to you what you want. As far as screen size goes, this is in line with the S20 Plus and S20 Ultra, and S20 not so much. You cannot compete with that. You have to go with the Note 10 regular, which you can get, which is 6.3 to 6.2. So there are options between the two size-wise. Size is not a factor. That's what she said. Now, when it comes to battery, if you get the regular Note 10, we're talking about 3,500 milliamps. And if we get the Note 10 Plus, we're talking 4,300 milliamp hours. Now, how does that compare to the S20? The regular S20, 4,000. S20 Plus, 4,500. And then the S20 Ultra, 5,000 milliamps. So if battery is a huge concern to you, if you are powerhouse user and you need more battery, you get more battery with a S20 Plus or S20 Ultra in comparison to the Galaxy Note 10 and Note 10 Plus. In all reality, battery wise, the S20 is the better option. Now when it comes to screen and screen performance, you know, it's Quad HD on the Plus side models, and then it's only Full HD with the Note 10. I think it's the Full HD Plus, but if you go with the S20, you get an AMOLED 120 Hertz Full HD Plus. At least that's what the rumor, the 120 Hertz will only be on the Full HD Plus across the board. So technically you're getting better displays, better screen performance and so forth going with the S20. But is that worth the extra money? That is up to you. You have to decide how much it matters to you, because the display on the Note 10 Plus is amazing. It's beautiful. It looks great. It performs absolutely wonderfully. Let's talk about storage. Let's talk about that mighty RAM. Now S20s, they come in with 12 gigabytes. 12 gigabytes of RAM. S20 Ultra, up to 15 gigabytes of RAM. And when it comes to the Note 10, as far as RAM, you're only at 8 gigabytes. So you're getting that extra 4 gigabytes of RAM by rolling with an S20. And if you go with the S20 Ultra, that's 4 plus 4 if you get the 15 gigabyte variant. If RAM is a big thing to you and you want to increase RAM, which does increase performance and cache and that, you know, fluidity on the device, the S20 is the obvious option. I mean, it's the most updated device. But that does not mean that the Note 10 Plus with its 8 gigabytes of RAM does not perform. The only question is the longevity of that performance with that RAM. Now, when it comes to the fingerprint sensor, they all still have that subpar fingerprint sensor, so it doesn't matter. Next one. Now, when it comes to water resistance and so forth, it's pretty much typically the same, except for it has improved on the S20 S20 devices. You're able to go down, what, 5 meters now? The Note 10 Plus is IP68, which is the same on the S20, but it's only 1.5 meters. That's the difference. If that matters to you, I don't know, deep sea diving in there, pool a lot. Yeah. The fact of the matter, it will survive the toilet drop, unless you drop it in something nasty. Now let's talk about cameras. This is where things are the same and then things are not, depending on what model. Now, if we're talking about S20 to the S20 Plus, it's the same typical 12 megapixel wide, 12 megapixel super wide, and then the telephoto. But when we talk about the S20 Ultra, oh, that 108 megapixel boy, whoo-hoo, changing the game. And then it's a super crazy selfie camera megapixels as well. Selfie cam from the Note 10 Plus to the S20 and S20 Plus, all the same. So if you're worried about camera performance in between picking a Note 10, Note 10 Plus, or S20 and S20 Plus, you don't have to worry. But when you start talking about the S20 Ultra, that's where the biggest difference is. So if you're looking at the S20 Ultra, you're definitely separating yourself in a lot of ways, battery wise, memory, RAM, you know, camera wise. So we'll get into possibly some more areas. Now, let's talk about video. Video performance is being improved on the S20, S20 Plus, and S20 Ultra. We're getting up to 8K 30 frames per second. Now, who's to say that there won't be possibly a software update to unlock that on the Note 10? But as of right now, that's not available on the Note 10. You're gonna be in the 4K range. Do you need 8K? Probably not. No, more than likely no. But is it nice to have 8K? Probably so. Yeah. I don't think that's a deciding factor unless you're like super into having high density video quality and stuff like that. If you're a creator and you strictly use your smartphone, but you gotta remember, you start talking about bigger formats like 8K, you're talking about bigger file sizes, and then it's probably gonna be a time limit when you start going higher at that 8K. So I highly doubt we'll get long recording at 8K, but we'll see. Expandable memory, which is something that's dope about the Galaxy devices. I love that about Samsung Galaxy Notes and S20s and S10s and all of the good things that Samsung has to offer. So you don't have to worry about that. Expandable memory should be available on the S20, S20, S20 Plus. You know what I'm trying to say, man. You know, all of the 5, 6, 7, 8 phones we gotta choose from. Oh, I almost forgot to mention processor. Yes, you're getting the newest and latest 865 Snapdragon processor if you go with the S20, S20 Plus, and I think it's the 855 on the Note 10. But I mean, yeah, it's up to you, man. All right, so the question remains, do you save money and get a Note 10, Note 10 Plus device because it's an older model, it's probably going at a discount, or do you buy the latest and greatest S20, S20 Plus, or S20 Ultra? It ultimately comes down to your subjectivity of budget. Basically, I'm trying to say, it comes down to how much paper you got, player, how much money matters to you, and what can you afford to get, and what do you need. But it's not even always about what do you need, it's about what do you want, what can you afford to get, what's within grasp for you. If you want the latest, the greatest, the best that Samsung has to offer at this moment, you're gonna wanna go with the S20 Ultra, boy. Big on specs, big on having crazy cameras, big on having a lot of memory as far as RAM and so forth, having the latest processor, and you wanna get a later device so that you get a little bit more longevity out of that device, there's no question, S20 all day. But if budget is something that matters and you still want like a great device that's feature packed, jam packed, then the Note 10, Note 10 Plus is a great offering. You just gotta look at where the prices are gonna land, and is it worth me just spending a couple hundred more to have, you know, all of the latest things and getting that extra life out of that smartphone? Let's keep it honest. Smartphones are only supported by the manufacturers for a certain amount of years, and beyond that, you're on your own. So you have to understand that, and a later device gives you a later support time. Just something to think about. You know, it's all about what can you do? How much can you spend? But it seems that the verdict has been out. You guys want me to get an S20 Ultra? That's what you guys want to see on the channel, baby. Let me know down in the comment section below. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. You pick what you want to pick. To be honest, man, it's like tit for tat. I like the latest and greatest, but that's me personally, and obviously I always get the latest and greatest so I can report back to you guys. So obviously I'm getting the S20 Ultra, but I already have a Note 10 Plus. Some of you might be in the market. Hey, a Note 10 Plus is an absolutely phenomenal phone, and if you're getting it at this point in time, it's an absolutely phenomenal purchase. And if you're waiting for the S20 Ultra, that's gonna be an absolutely, at least we can speculate, because you know, nothing's been official, even though all the leaks and everything, we pretty much know, come on y'all. That's gonna be a phenomenal buy. We just have to see how it actually performs. We know how the Note 10 and Note 10 Plus perform. Specifically the Note 10 Plus for me. I know how that performs, and it performs great. And I'm expecting the S20 Plus, and S20 Ultra to perform well as well. So until then, smash the subscribe button. You can watch the next video on one of my end screens. Watch my video I just talked about, switching from an Apple to a Note 10 Plus, just giving up some of the pros and cons. Watch the video where I give you my long-term review about the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. You can go back and watch my S10 videos so you can get an idea of what's coming here on the S20. And I'm gonna give you more than what I gave you with the S10. My name is CJ, this is CJ Knows Tech, where I know tech so you don't have to. Smash that sub button, smash that like button, smash every button, hit the bell. I don't care. Yes, I'm asking. Thank you. Now where's my remote? I already did the thumbnail, okay, man?